Okay, 3 minutes more. 3 minutes more. I'm allowing the guest. Guest is written over here. Don't leave the call unnecessarily. Ashish Gupta, why you are leaving the rooms? Two minutes more. Don't leave the call if network is not clear. Wait. Don't be impatient. Ashish Gupta. Ashish, how many times you are joining the room? Ashish, don't leave the room. Don't leave the meeting. Third or fourth time you have joined. Okay, let us start now. Let us start what we have done. The last video lecture we have done RMS value of alternating current, average value of alternating current, right? Today we are going to discuss phasor and phasor diagram. One thing I want to remind you that we have done RMS value of current. The same goes with RMS value of voltage also. As we have done, IRMS is equal to what? I naught upon root 2. Same goes with RMS voltage. Same goes with RMS voltage. VRMS is equal to what? V naught upon root 2. Okay. So this is, don't be impatient everyone, don't be impatient if network is not clear, if you are not able to view, wait for some time. Wait for connected properly. Okay, if you keep leaving the room, I'll keep allowing when I'll teach. Okay, so VRMS is equal to V naught upon root 2. Now just see, just try to understand. Today we are going to study a new topic, a new way of dealing the current, and that thing is called phasor diagram. Phasor diagram. What is a phasor diagram? Phasor diagram. What is phasor and what is phasor diagram? Let us try to understand. Let us try to understand. Just see, If we see the current, then current is equal to I naught sine omega t. And if we see the voltage, then V is equal to V naught sine omega t. Current can be omega t plus minus phi. Current can have a phase difference of phi with respect to voltage. Just see what is phase. Phase is omega t. Okay, the phase of voltage is omega t and the phase of current is omega t plus minus phi. Either it could be plus phi or it could be minus phi, right? It could be plus phi or it could be minus phi. So current is having a phase difference of phi with respect to voltage. How we represent this phase difference with the help of a diagram? If I draw the graph of V is equal to V naught sine omega t, yesterday I have told you it is the graph of sine omega t. It goes like this. It goes like this. This is the maximum value, which is V naught. This is the negative maximum value. This is minus V naught. It shows that the direction of minus V naught is opposite to V naught. Angles are, here we are having pi by 2, here we are having pi, here we are having 3 pi by 2, and here we have 2 pi. Okay, if I make a table for different values of V, for different values of omega t, here we am writing omega t, here I am writing V. So when the omega t is 0, when the omega t is 0, what is the value of V in that case? 0, because the value of sine 0 is 0 ultimately, right? When omega t is pi by 2, when omega t is pi by 2, sine pi by 2 is what? 1. So it will become V naught. When it is pi, omega t is pi, what is the value of sine pi? The value of sine pi is 0. The value of sine pi is 0. So here we are going to have a 0 again. Then 3 pi by 2. What we are going to have? Sine 3 pi 2 is minus 1. So here we are going to have minus V naught. Again at 2 pi, V is going to be 0. So what we are saying is, from the graph also, from 0 to pi by 2 it increases, and then after from pi by 2 to pi it decreases, then from pi to 3 pi by 2 again it increases but in opposite direction, and then from 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi it decreases and it becomes 0. How many of you get this? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you got this. Very good. Okay, tell me if additional light is required. Tell me in chat. Is the board clear? Just see the option of chat. Equations are not visible. Additional light is required. Blur is, if blur is there, we cannot do anything about the blurring, right? We cannot do anything about the blurring. Just wait for 2 minutes. Now it's okay? Yes, tell me. Okay. Don't just tell me in message, okay? Don't speak. Don't speak, just tell me in message. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to represent V in respect to vectors, with respect to vectors. I'm going to represent V, means alternating voltage, as vectors. Although it may sound a bit weird because voltage is scalar quantity. Voltage is a scalar quantity, but here we are treating it as a vector. How we can say that it is a vector? Because it varies at sin omega t, it is having directions also. For half cycle it is in positive direction. For the second half cycle it is in negative direction. So what I am going to do is I am going to treat this voltage as vector, and not only vector, I must say a rotating vector. This is an arrow, okay, and this arrow is rotating. This arrow is rotating and defines a circle, obviously, okay. It rotates with an angular velocity of omega. It rotates with an angular velocity of omega. This angle, after t time, suppose it starts from here, after t time it reaches over here, so this angle is going to be omega t. This angle is going to be omega t. Now, this is what we say voltage. This is voltage. How? Just see how this instantaneous value of voltage is defined. What we do, we draw a perpendicular from the arrow to the y-axis. On the y-axis, we have taken voltage. At this point, the voltage is 0. At this point, certain voltage V is there. Length of the arrow I have taken V0. Length of the arrow I have taken V0. Wherever the foot of the perpendicular is falling, wherever the foot of the perpendicular is falling, that very point is going to be my instantaneous value of voltage. That very point is going to be my instantaneous voltage. This instantaneous voltage. Suppose the arrow is not here, the arrow is somewhere here. The arrow is here. Then what is the value of V in that case? What is the value of V in that case? The value of V is this point. From here till here. This is the value of V. Suppose the arrow is here. While rotating it reaches over here. It covers this much angle. Then what is the value of V it is having? Just draw a perpendicular, whatever the foot of the perpendicular is there from the origin, that very distance, that very value is voltage. Which voltage? I am talking about this one. I am talking about this one. Instantaneous voltage. Instantaneous voltage. Right? Okay? Suppose the arrow is here. Then what is the value? So at this time the voltage is negative. Here we are having minus V. Length of the arrow I have taken V0. Length of the arrow I have taken V0. When the arrow reaches over here at this point, then what is the value of V? Since length of the arrow is V0, so at this point of time the value of voltage is V0. The value of voltage is V0. So this is how we calculate V. And now how this arrow justifies the relation V0 sin omega t. How this arrow justifies the relation V0 is equal to V is equal to V0 sin omega t. Just see. I am making a bigger diagram so that you can understand. Say this is your arrow whose length is V0 and it covers an angle of omega t at time t. What is the value at this point of time? What is the value of V at this point of time? So this is, we draw a perpendicular. So this is the value of V at this point of time. Now just imagine if this arrow starts from here. It starts from here. Then how much angle it has covered? If it starts from here, the value of omega t is 0 in that case. The value of omega t is 0 in that case. And if value of omega t is 0 in that case, then the foot of the perpendicular goes over here also at the origin only. Suppose the arrow is here. If we draw a perpendicular, it comes at the origin only. The value of V comes out to be 0. When omega t is 0, then foot of the perpendicular also at the origin. So V is also equal to 0. Now suppose this arrow is like this at this point of time, and now it rotates with an angular velocity of omega, and after a particular time interval it reaches at this point. It reaches at this point. Now the arrow will be like this. The arrow will be like this. How much angle it has covered? How much angle it has covered, anyone? Yes?
90.
Very good, 90 degree. The angle covered is 90 degree. This much angle it has covered. And the angle covered 90 degree, when the omega t is pi by 2, then the value of V is what? V naught. Now just imagine the length of the arrow is V naught. When it reaches over here, then what is the value of this length? V naught only. Okay. So, and imagine while going here, what was happening? If the arrow is here, then value of V is here. If the arrow is here, the value of V is here. If the arrow is here, the value of V is here. So value of V is increasing. Value of V is increasing. And when the angle is pi by 2, then the value of V reaches to V naught, which is the maximum value. So from 0 to pi by 2, V increases. And it increases to its maximum value, that is your V naught. So 0 to pi by 2, this arrow justifies relation. Now when this goes from here, the arrow rotates. Arrow is like this in this case. In this state, now the arrow is rotating. It is going like this. Okay. Now what will happen? How much angle it is covering? From pi by 2 to pi. This total angle is what? Pi. If arrow is here, if arrow reaches over here, then what is the value of V in this case? If you draw the perpendicular, again it goes at the origin. The value of V becomes 0. The value of V becomes what? 0. Okay. So at pi angle, the value of V becomes 0. And if you see the graph, then V naught to pi, the value of V decreases. Is it decreasing? Is it decreasing? Let us see. If the arrow is here, what is the value of V? At this point. If the arrow is here, what is the value of V? At this point. If the arrow is here, what is the value of V? At this point. Now just see, if the arrow goes down here, then the value of V comes down to origin. Just see, foot of the perpendicular here, then here, then here. It is going down. So when the angle goes from pi by 2 to pi, the value V naught goes to, the value V goes to V naught to 0. Is it clear? Raise your hand. Is it clear? Raise your hand. Okay, very good. Now just see. Now just you can imagine, if you understood 0 to pi, same goes with pi to 3 pi by 2. This whole angle is 3 pi by 2, and at this point of time it is at negative, in this negative direction, so it will be minus V naught. And in this situation, if the arrows go from here to here, the value of V increases from here to here. Okay, so at 3 pi by 2 it becomes minus V naught, and again the arrow goes from here to here, then here to here, then the value of V again from here it goes to 0. So for 2 pi is what? When it completes one circle. Okay, then again the value of V becomes 0. So this arrow justifies the relation. Just this arrow is justifying the relation. So what is a phasor? Phasor is actually nothing. It is what? It is a rotating vector. It is a rotating vector which represents alternating voltage and alternating current. Is it clear to everyone? Phasor is a rotating vector which represents alternating voltage and alternating current. Raise your hand if you got me. Okay, very good. Now just understand, if we represent two quantities together, if we represent two quantities together, two quantities means voltage and the current together. Suppose the voltage I am having is V is equal to V naught sine omega t, and the current I am having is I is equal to I naught sine omega t minus phi. Okay. What is the phase of voltage? Anyone? What is the phase of voltage? Yes? Omega t. In class 11th, remember, I have told you whatever written in front of sine, cosine, cos, whatever written, all the things are phase. What is the phase of current?
Omega t minus phi.
Omega t minus phi. Very good, Nikki. So, who is leading? Omega t or omega t minus phi? Obviously, the current is behind by an angle phi. Current is behind by an angle phi. If we draw the phasor, this is your V, this is your I. The V makes an angle of omega t. V makes an angle of omega t. And the angle between V and I is what? Phi. Are able to understand this? I am not making the full circle. You can make this, no problem. You can make the circle also. But I was just avoiding that. This vector rotates with an angular velocity of omega. This also rotates with an angular velocity of omega. But they are represented together. Just see, the voltage makes an angle of omega t, and the angle between voltage and the current is phi. So basically what will be this angle? This angle. Total angle is omega t and this angle is phi. Then what will be this angle? Omega t minus phi, which is the angle of current. Okay. So when we represent current and voltage with proper phase difference between them, then this diagram is called phasor diagram. Then this diagram is called phasor diagram. Have you got that? Raise your hands. Have you got that? Yes. Anyone has to ask anything? If anyone has to ask anything? No? That's good. Now let us move ahead. We are going to draw. If anyone too has to ask, please ask. Just unmute your mic and ask. Yes? No one? Okay, now we are moving ahead. Now I am going to make you understand the phasor diagram of different alternating circuits. Okay, different alternating circuits. Let me remove all this. Anyone has to ask anything, please ask. While the time I am removing it. Okay. Now we are going to understand different type of alternating circuits. AC circuits. The first AC circuit we are going to understand is containing only capital R. What is capital R? Capital R is resistance. Capital R is resistance. Now just try to understand how the circuit will be looking like. One resistance is connected with AC source. AC source is represented like this. A circle, in the circle the graph of AC. Okay, this is your AC source. Don't make the direction of current. Don't make the direction of current because the direction of current changes. The direction of current changes. Okay. The alternate voltage we have supplied, alternate voltage V is equal to what? V naught sin omega t. This is the voltage we have supplied. Let this be equation number 1. For a resistance, I is equal to what? V by R. So I is equal to V naught sin omega t upon R. V naught upon R can be written as I naught. So we are going to have I naught sin omega t. This is the value of current. Okay, let this be equation number 2. As you can see from equation number 1 and equation number 2, the phase of voltage and the phase of current, they are same. They both have phase omega t, omega t. Okay, so how the phasor diagram will be drawn? Phasor. How the phasor diagram will be drawn? On a single arrow, we represent V as well as I, and this angle is what? Omega t. This angle is what? Omega t. If graphical representation is required, then for voltage, the graph is like this. This is your V, this is your V naught. But for current graph is slightly lower, but it is having the same phase. So the current graph will be like this. Okay, same way. So this will be the value of I naught, and this will be the value of minus I naught. It is the easiest AC circuits we are having. It is the easiest AC circuit containing only R. Have you got that? Raise your hand. Have you got that? Raise your hand. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, I have got one question also in the chat box. Let me see. आदित्य यादव, रेशमा खातून बाहर चले गए थे. Yeah. Sir, why phasor of I is more or less than V? Who has asked this question? Anurag Tiwari. Anurag, are you listening me? Raise your hand. Anurag, are you listening to me? Yes, Anurag, I have done only one circuit. Just wait for the another circuit. You will be able to understand there is a phase difference between voltage and current. Always it is not like that. Just wait for a few minutes more. Okay? Just wait for a few minutes more. Have you got that? Raise your hand. Anurag. Okay, good. Now, I am going to do the second circuit, and the second circuit is circuit containing only L. L is what? Inductor. L is what? Inductor. I am erasing it whole. Notes I will be sending. Today I will be sending the notes of chapter number 6. Who is sharing the screen now? Who is this? Sonali? Stop sharing the screen. Yes, good. Don't experiment with the app. Now we are going to do the very important topic of this chapter. I was talking about notes. Today I'll send the notes of chapter number 6, and then after I think within 2 or 3 days I'll send the notes of chapter number 7 also. Whatever we have done till now, I'll send the notes containing only L. What is L? L is what? L is called self-inductance of a coil. If you have not understood the chapter number 6, electromagnetic induction, then you are going to have problem. In this topic you are going to have problem if you have not understood chapter number 6. Chapter number 6, inductor is there, it is introduced for the first time, and if you have not understood there, it will create problem over here. It will create a problem. Okay, let me give you a quick revision. What is inductor? Inductor is nothing, it is a thick copper wire. It is a thick copper wire wound in helical shape. It is not a solenoid, it is inductor. Okay, thick copper wire wound in helical shape. What it does actually, suppose a thick copper wire is there, a thick copper wire is wound in helical shape, and a current is passing through it, then its turn behave as a circular coils, and because of that there is a magnetic field which is passing through the inductor. There is a magnetic field which is passing through the inductor due to the current. And now what happens if this current changes, then EMF is induced according to Faraday law. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with a coil, the EMF is induced, the current is induced. And that current, the relation between EMF and that current is given by E is equal to minus L di by dt. How this relation has come, you have to go and watch all the lectures of chapter number 6. If you have not watched till now, watch it now. Okay, it can't be a boring lecture, but all the required contents are there only. Okay, E is equal to minus L di by dt. E is induced EMF in the inductor. L is inductance, which is represented over here, and di is what? Change in current. Dt is time. Di upon dt is what? Rate of change of current. I am going to use this relation directly. E is equal to minus L di by dt. I am going to use this relation directly. Okay, and an ideal inductor has zero resistance. An ideal inductor has zero resistance. There is no resistance, right? There is no resistance for an ideal inductor. Now let us do this. Alternating voltage source we are having here. Alternating voltage source. V is equal to what? V naught sin omega t. This is your equation number 1. Okay. Now just try to understand. Since there is nothing across which the voltage is being dropped, there is nothing, no resistance is there. We are considering it for an ideal situation. We are considering it for the ideal situation. There is nothing across which the current is, the voltage is being dropped. Resistance is not there. But there is two EMF, two voltages. One voltage, the source voltage. Another, since alternating current is alternate current changes continuously. AC changes continuously. And if AC changes continuously, then what will happen? Obviously, whatever the magnetic field linked with the coil, it will change. And if the magnetic field change, then EMF will be induced. So there will be two voltages, one the source voltage, one the induced voltage. And there is nothing across which this voltage is spent. So if we apply Kirchhoff's law, one very important concept, just see. While teaching the topic, one important concept, 1 mark question. Can Kirchhoff's law be applied in case of AC? Yes or no? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you think yes, Kirchhoff's law can be applied. Nobody is thinking like that. Yes, Kirchhoff's law can be applied in AC circuits or no? Very important topic of chapter number 3. Raise your hands. Okay, Kirchhoff's law can be applied, but it can be applied for a particular instant. Not for, in the chapter number 3, we were applying it for the whole circuit at once. But it can be applied for a particular instant, and for that instant also we need to take care of phase difference of voltage and the current. Here no voltage drop is there. According to Kirchhoff's voltage law or Kirchhoff's loop law, V of source plus V of induced, whatever is induced, is equal to what? 0. V is equal to IR. I must write V is equal to IR. Sigma V is equal to what? Sigma IR. This is Kirchhoff voltage law. If you don't remember this, minus IR is equal to 0. Here only voltage is there, no resistance is there. So this factor IR is 0. Is it clear? Now, what is the V source? It is equal to V only. What is the V induced? Just I have told you it is minus L di by dt is equal to 0. Got that? Now V is transferred that side. We are going to have L di by dt is equal to V, or di is equal to what? V upon L into dt. Just put the value of V of this side. So we are going to have di is equal to 1 by L V naught sine omega t into dt. Okay? Now I am going to integrate it for getting the value of I. So integration of di is equal to V naught and L. They are constant. They are outside the integration. Integration sine omega t dt. Now integration of di is I, V naught upon L. Integration of sine omega t is, bolo, cos omega t, or when we integrate sine omega t, we will get cos omega t upon omega. This is the integration of sine omega t. Now we are going to have I is equal to V naught upon omega L cos omega t. Okay? Remember this equation. This equation is helpful. Equation number 2. But this is not our current. Our current must be in terms of sine only, so that we can compare the phase of voltage and the current. In this situation we cannot. If I ask you what is the phase of current, you will say omega t, because in front of cos omega t is written. If I say what is the phase of voltage, you will say omega t. They are in same phase. Are they in same phase? No, not at all. It is varying in terms of cos, it is varying in terms of sine. They are very different. For comparing phase, the trigonometric function should be same. If this is cos, then this should also be cos. If this is sine, then this should also be sine. One more thing, integration of sine omega t is minus cos omega t. One minus sign is also there. One minus sign is also there. I was missing that. One minus sign is also there. Have you got that? Raise your hand. Now just see, I have to convert this cos into sine, and I have to take care of this minus sign also. What I am going to write? A simple mathematics I am going to use. V naught upon omega L. Just see, in place of minus cos omega t, I can write minus sine pi by 2 minus omega t. Can I write? Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Sine 90 minus theta is equal to what? Cos theta. And this minus sign when sent inside, it will become I is equal to V naught upon omega L sine minus plus, it will become omega t minus pi by 2. Omega t minus pi by 2. Now just understand, this particular value I am going to take as I naught. So it is I is equal to what? I naught sine omega t minus pi by 2, where I naught is equal to V naught upon omega L. Anurag Tiwari, just see, in this case, currents comes out to be what? Omega t minus pi by 2. Are you able to see that? Raise your hand, Anurag, if you got that. Current comes out to be omega t minus pi by 2, and the voltage is omega t. Now they are not having same phase. Reshma, are you getting me? Raise your hand. Yes. Sonam, you want to ask anything? No. If someone want to ask, please write in the chat box. Okay, I'll not see then and there, but I'll see later. Okay, while teaching I am facing the board, that's why I'm not able to see the chat messages, but whenever I see the mobile I can see the chat messages there. Now I naught is equal to V naught upon omega L, and the phase what I was talking is very important. The phase of current is what? Omega t minus pi by 2, and phase of voltage is what? Omega t. So they are having a phase difference. They are having a phase difference. Who will tell me who is leading? V or I? Who is leading in phase?
So V.
By how much?
Pi by 2.
Pi by 2. When we make this phasor diagram, we'll take care of this thing. Voltage must lead by an angle of pi by 2. Voltage must lead by an angle of pi by 2. Okay? So if you make the phasor diagram, we'll take care of this thing. Just see. Phasor diagram. If we are making current over here, I, or let us the voltage be here, V, let this angle be omega t, where the current should be. Current is making omega t minus pi by 2. From here, pi by 2 behind. So just, this is the value of, this is the phasor of current, I. And this angle is what? Pi by 2. Have you got the phasor diagram? Raise your hand if you got. Yes. This angle is omega t for V, and from omega t pi by 2 angle behind current. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Sir.
Yes, Anshika?
Sir, I'm saying yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, if we represent them graphically, if we represent voltage and current graphically, then just see. For voltage, the graph is simply the sine one, because V is equal to V naught sine omega t. Here we are having V naught, here we are having minus V naught. This angle is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. But for current, we need to make graph of this omega t minus pi by 2. Which may be a difficult task to think where the graph should be, and that's why I have told you to remember this one. I is equal to V naught upon omega L, which is basically I naught, minus cos omega t. How the graph of cos theta is there? Graph of cos theta is this. So what is the graph of minus cos theta? Just make the mirror image of that. This is the graph of minus cos theta. So the graph of current will start from here, minus cos omega t. The graph of current will be starting from here. It goes like this. It goes like this. This represents minus I naught, and this represent I naught. At pi by 2, current becomes 0. At pi, current becomes maximum. At 3 pi by 2, again current becomes 0. At 2 pi, it is minus I. Have you got the graph also? Raise your hand if you got. Raise your hand if you got the graph. Very good. Very good. Okay, let me check. Okay, nobody has sent the question. But one person is waiting, 2 person is waiting. Ankit Mishra, Upama Kumari. Okay. Now, shall we move ahead? Shall we do the third circuit? socket containing only C. From tomorrow we will do capacitor one, combination one, not capacitor. Capacitor we are doing right now. I am removing all this. The third circuit we are going to do is socket 3, socket containing only C. Socket containing only C. How the circuit will look like? Capacitor C. This is your alternate source, AC source. First of all, let us understand how the capacitor behaves when it is connected to an AC. First of all, you tell me if the capacitor is connected to DC source, a cell and a key. Suppose this capacitor is discharged, it is not having any charge. And if I switch on this, then what will happen? If I switch on this key, then what will happen? The charge start flow to the capacitor. Till what time? Till what time?
Both the sides have the same charge.
No. Both the plates will have always the same charge. One will have positive, other will have negative. Till the time when the voltage difference between these two plates becomes equal to V. Have you got that? Capacitor is getting charge from the cell till the time the voltage between the potential difference between the plates of the capacitor is equal to V. Have you got that? When there is a potential difference, flow of charge will take place. Okay? Now suppose if this voltage is variable, then what will happen? If I keep on varying this voltage, will the flow of charge continue? It will not stop. If I change this V continuously, then what will happen? The capacitor which is having the voltage, it will never be equal to this voltage. The flow of charge will be continuing and will have a current in the circuit. Same goes with AC. When a capacitor is connected to AC source, then what happens? This is your capacitor and the AC source, this is being supplied to it. Then what happens? Till here, the capacitor is getting the charge. Its voltage increases. Then from here till here, the capacitor discharges. And at this point of time, there is no voltage across the capacitor. Voltage across the capacitor is 0. Then from here till here, again the capacitor gets charged, but in opposite polarity. Initially, if this plate was positive, this plate is negative, then for this one, this plate is negative and this plate is positive. And from again till here, capacitor discharges and again the charge on the capacitor becomes 0. Got that? In one complete cycle of AC, capacitor gets charged 2 times. 1, 2. And it gets discharged also 2 times. 1, 2. Have you got that? Raise your hand if you got. Okay, at this point of time, I'll start the capacitor circuit tomorrow. If this time suits everyone, 3:30 to 4:30. Respond me in the chat box if this time suits everyone, 3:30 to 4:30. Abhinay Singh, no sir. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. I'm going to fix this time, 3:30 to 4:30, because in the evening I'm busy. In the morning I'm going to school. Okay, this time is going to be fixed, 3:30 to 4:30. Tomorrow I'll not send any message. And for them who is not able to see, I'm recording the lectures. I'll upload it on YouTube. Today I'll upload on the Drive, Google Drive, and I'll send the link. But from tomorrow, when I'll start teaching new things, then the video will be uploaded on YouTube also. Is it clear? So if the video is buffering, if the video is pausing somewhere, okay, or if your voice is lagging, don't panic. Just be there in the class, okay. Try to understand, and then after, if the link is posted on that day only, today only you'll get the link, okay. Today only you'll get the link. Is it clear? So just be there in the class and motivate others also to be present. It takes lots of time, lots of hard work to take an online class. Okay? But presence is only maximum, it goes to 30 today. Right now it is 24. The link and the password will be same or not. Google Drive will not, the link for the video will not require any password or something. Just open the link, you will directly get to the video. If you want to download also, you can download, no problem is there. Okay, and for the video, if you are asking for the regular class, right now I am taking the video from my mother's mobile. Tomorrow it can be mine. Day after tomorrow it can be my brother's. So just wait for the link and then join. Don't click on the old links, right? And one more thing, I'm just saying, so many students are not writing their original name. Okay, just write your name. One boy or one girl has joined name T series. I don't want to listen bhajan over here, right? Here just T series, one boy has joined, girl, I don't know. This fake ID, fake will not be allowed from tomorrow. Timing is fixed, 3:30 to 4:30. That's all for the day. Thank you all of you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Just leave the meeting. Leave the meeting as soon as you can. Everyone, keep on living. Yes, so good to see you go. Anupama left the meeting. Bhavya